Okay, it's myself, GRANDE here with another guide for you. Today we are training up Jacqui Briggs, but I want to give a quick disclaimer before we start this. This is just a guide to understand what her specials are, what her combos do, how they can be used, their strengths and weaknesses, whether or not they should be used, often, not often, and just for a basic understanding of it. I'm not doing no fancy combos or anything, it's just a beginner's guide. And that's it. So let's get into it. Okay, so we start off with 5 attacks. I did have more on the screen before, but they took up the screen. So just so you know who we are Jacqui Briggs. We are going to try out her first attack, which is called Cranked. Let's go. The standard high mid attack that kind of does not knockback, but stun. Let me see if it can go into another attack. I don't know if that causes a 50-50 state. It might do, where you can literally go into a low to kind of mix them up, but it's just your natural standard forward punch attack. Then we go into ground recon, which is an extension of the first cranked attack. So let's go. Oh, I don't know if that's another stun state. Let's put on some reversals and see. Okay, so yeah, 50-50 situation. Oh wait, her lows are really bad. Her down 3 is bad in terms of reach. I don't mean in any other way, but you can't really do anything off that. Stop blocking, mate. Unless you know that they don't really block too much. So if you know they don't block too much and they're probably going to try and quickly punish you after you finish that string, maybe you should find a move that is very low frames in order for you to then continue. Maybe a different combo attack to go into, or maybe a grab. Let's see if it can go into a grab. Let's see if he can first. He can probably throw escape it because it's computer, and they're going to no, but that is part of the mix-up game. So you can do that going to throw, but as I said, if you know that they're not really going to block against you, then continue your pressure. This is a pressure starter. Ooh. You got to make sure you double tap and dash into the grab if you're going to grab as well. It kind of reminds me. See, obviously they can throw break, but that is the 50-50. Maybe even do this a lot if you can get away with it, but if you're gonna throw, that would then allow them to, like, if you start noticing that they're gonna throw break you a lot, that's when you should then start doing other combos after you do this. So then that will be another sort of mind game for them. I noticed this game is more or less like MK11, where you have the mind games. You want to kind of switch it up and keep them guessing, keep the pressure on, and do it that way. So ground recon is good. If you, what is it? It's a high mid. So if they crouch without blocking, the first punch will definitely miss them. So they can punish you with a down 2. So you need to be very careful. If they're crouching a lot and they don't block when they're crouching as well, then you need to be very careful of that, because as I said, they'll just punish you like that. As soon as they see that move, and if you're throwing out that move a lot, they'll know what to do. So be careful of that. Anyway, United with Fall is the next one. So it's forward 1-2. Staggered. Good to go into a grab again. Maybe there's a play around with the combos. See if there's something that you can go into. It's a mid, so it's just a standard attack that can be blocked high and low, I think. So be careful. But keep on pressure. So like do stuff like this. Do stuff like that. Like just keep throwing those out. Sorry, now you're blocking it. Okay. So that was 1-1-2 and then forward 1-2. So that was ground recon into United we fall. That will keep the pressure on them. Then they will have to think how they're going to get out of that. By that time, probably throw out a grab after you. Let's see if you can go into a grab after that. You have to, yeah, double tap forward, go into a grab as a mind game mix up. Do it like that. Okay, we're moving on to True Hero, which is 2-2. It's a high then a mid, which means that if they're blocking crouching, it will hit and then go into a mid, which means that they will kind of be in block stun a bit, but if they're blocking low without blocking, not blocking low, sorry, if they're crouching without blocking, then the first hit will miss and maybe they might be able to punish you with a down 2 just like the other one. So be careful of that, but maybe that's another pressure string, so let's try it. Not really, because it hasn't got enough range in order to then continue the pressure. The reason that United we fall is good to continue after ground recon is because it's kind of like an advancing one, but YY is not. So ground recon starts with a high as well. So maybe to play around with people's heads, if they're trying to watch what you're doing, is instead of doing XXY, you do YY, and then you go into United with full. So kind of do it like that. Mix it up with XXY into United with full, or do YY into United with full, which is forward. I'll say YY. Sorry, 2-2 into forward 1-2. Maybe there might be different ways to use that a bit better. People in the comment who play as Jacqui, please let us know. Okay, this next one is called Snake Eater, so this is what it will go into. So it's an extension of the 2-2 True Hero combo. So let's see what it does. So it's a knockback. So you use this to kind of control the stage. Suppose you've got the person here, you want to mix them up and pressure them in the corner. Do that to push them in the corner, and then you advance. So let's push him a little bit again. See, by the time he gets up, you're really close to him. Now he's stuck in the corner. So use that as like a push-in attack to control the spacing where the people are. Mix it up with YY to then make them think that's the end of the string, especially if they don't know their Jacqui knowledge. You know, only kind of use YYB if you want to push them in the corner. That could keep the mind games up. If you're always doing, sorry, I keep saying YYB, but I hope you know what I mean. Keep using 2-2 to make them think that's just the end of the move. So do that a lot. Just do that. Not a lot in the match, but I mean like just in general, if you're gonna do it. Only really do 2-2-4, which is YYB, when you're kind of close to either side of the arena, for you to then push them into the corner and do various mix-up. Next one is called Train to Kill. What you want to do is hold back to 2. Remember, you can always hold the buttons as well. Don't think that you just got to press back 2 and then let go of back. You can always just continue to hold back if it's more easier for you to continue the combo. So yes, Traitor kill is very good because you can cancel it as well. So suppose you want to do this. It's another knockback attack, by the way. So yeah, if you want to push them into the corner, do back 2-2. But as I said, you can cancel it, so it will go into that move, which I'm pretty sure we're going to learn very soon in the special tutorial. That's good if you want to quickly do it's a quick startup. So yeah, to quickly put them on their toes, maybe push them in the corner. If you notice that they've got an opportunity for you to then do that really quick. Or if you really want to do a lot of damage, as I said, cancel it by pressing, well, holding back 2 and then tapping forward and 2 straight after. Okay, the next one after that is Energy Overdrive. I have tried out Energy Overdrive. I can't get it to work. I'm actually pressing input. If you look on the left side, it's doing a high when it's meant to be a mid. So if anybody knows what that move is, if there's a certain criteria, like how Jax has to have his fist up burning because that helps his attack, please let me know in the comments below. But I can't do Energy Overdrive, so let's leave that one there. Next one is Danger Zone, which is 3-3. So let's try that. Oh, okay, so the reason why I wouldn't say use this often, because it's just gonna keep throwing them down to the ground. It's good to actually, let's see if you can get back into maybe it's good to establish the neutral again, so you can then go into 50-50 dash in. Oh, I don't know if you can actually grab after that.
Get some.
Let's try it again. Quickly dash in. No, you can't grab after that. She's locked in dash stun. Wait, let me try it again. You can, okay. So yeah, you do that to establish another mix-up game. So you kind of reset it and start doing your pressure mix-ups if you can. It'll be more helpful to you unless they do a wake-up attack. So yes, but don't do it often. Another way that it can be useful is if you are if you're in a corner and you see an opportunity for you to punish them, you get them in the corner like that, and then now you can then lay in your what was it, XXYs, forward XYs, to put the pressure on, which is good, and then maybe confuse them by doing a low attack, unless you literally just do that. Maybe that's why her lows are so fast. But yeah, that's the benefit of AA. But it's not going to be good. It's just going to jar you, because you might be giving them more opportunities if you're always doing that and resetting the neutral for them to guess right to then punish you. Do you get what I mean? So just continue your pressure. But as I said, if you really want to get out of a corner, this is a good way of doing it. And yes, don't use it often. Use it when you need to. Okay, next one is Hawkeye, which is back AY. Okay. Another neutral restarter, but instead of putting them to the ground, I guess it puts you back in a 50-50 game where they got to guess what you're going to do next. Yeah, the stumble, it allows you to then get in after. See, he punished me because I think he's set to block all, but if he wasn't, the person's going to wonder what you're going to do. We also have in the trenches, where you have back 3 2B, 3-2B, 3-2-4. This is so hard talking in notation. Let's do that. It's her overhead. Okay. So that's just a mix-up pressure. So when you reset the neutral, like doing something like that.
Get some.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try again. Maybe you could do a move like that to kind of punish them if they then go to attack you straight as soon as they get up. Also, getting that distance will allow you to hit them maybe while they've come to do a punch or they're trying to advance towards you. Okay, suppose he's gonna get up and he's gonna do it a pushing attack. You do this to kind of establish that. Okay, oh, that's a low as well. Wait, so that's her low attack. So why did it say there was no lows there? Okay, so that's your starting low. So that is your mix-up pressure when you've established the neutral again. So yeah, you want to be close. Do that to confuse them. Just do that if you want to then go in and continue pressure. So that is your mix-up. It's literally do that. Oh, okay, do that. Double tap, go in, and apply the pressure. So in the trenches is really good. So I'm gonna summarize the best moves you should keep in the end of this tutorial. So we go into our last list of combos. We have another, I think it's another low. That's good. Okay, cool. So she has quite a lot of lows, which should be nice. So this is another knockback attack. If you want to control where your opponent is, if you really want them to go into a corner, you can push them there, put on the pressure, do that. Okay, so he's punishing me. That's okay. Anyway, so do that. It's a low into a mid. So unless they're blocking low, so be careful of that. Look, okay, so before I even got to finish the move, he was already ready to punish me with that. So whether or not is that reliable, only if they don't know that that string is really poor linked. Yeah, it's not good. Try and avoid using that. What was the other one? Okay, so yes. Okay, so if they know that, see, this is why it's good to go back to some of them. So if they know that they can punish you by doing that, what you can then do is go back and then press back 3 and then Y, back 3 and then 2, sorry, and it will punish them. Wait, does it go into another move? No, that's what punishes them, which is then gonna make them think, okay, well he's figured out that I can punish his this move. So now what do I do if, because that's another mix-up now. He knows how to punish one of your lows, one of your main lows. So now you have to punish him. And then he's going to think, oh crap, what can I do? What can I do? So that is a great sort of 50-50 thing. You just got to do back a back 3 2 or back 3 4. Damn, this is hard. Anyway, that's the best way to be able to keep up your mix-up game, I guess. The next one is going ballistic forward 2 1. That's a good advancing punish as well, and it has distance. So yeah, if you can stand around here, you always get them, especially if they're not blocking a lot and they feel like their spacing is good. You can punish them with that, which is, as I said, forward 3 1. Sorry. That you can also extend that by doing all for 1, which is forward 2 1 4, which goes into a high. Interesting. So always remember that last high is blockable, but is also punishable. So if somebody knows the matchup, you need to be careful of whether or not they're going to punish that 4 at the end. So let's try that again. because all they have to do is crouch and not block to then punish it. But that's, you don't need to worry about that for now. It's only when you're getting into the late game, probably when the game's been out for like a month and a half or 2 months. You could then extend it to the Justice for All, which is also a nice reach. I think that's one of the moves you probably want to do the most, you know. Whether or not it would hit is one of the questions, but yes, that's one of her benefiting moves. That's kind of like her dad's grapple move. So let's try it one more time. It's easy to remember as well. So yes, when you have that spacing game on point and you know that you need to be around this area, throw that out a lot, and it kind of pushes them back, and it also allows you to kind of have your head straight by being here. You can kind of think, okay, what do I want to do next? But it also, the disadvantage to it is that if you're trying to put on pressure and you need to be in his face, I guess you can get back in by doing stuff like that, but if you need to get back in his face, it's a bit of a problem because of the fact that he is now further away from you. So just be careful of that. So yes, that's a good move, but it also has this disadvantage of creating space, unless you want space. Okay, we've got last two, which is lost dog tags. Let's try that. Knockback again. There's a lot of knockback moves, so Jacqui is a close fighter, so you need to be very careful when you're using these knockback moves, man. Is it good to advance on? Not really, because he's already back up by the time you got to him. So you kind of need to know whether or not that's worth doing. Unless he's going to be around here and you want him in the corner. So then he's in the corner, and then, you know, that's how you at least control him there. So do that, get in his face, grab him. He got out of it because he's being a computer dickhead right now. But yeah, be careful with that move. I don't know if you really want to create that space or not. As I said, he's going to get up quick, so be careful of that. The last move in this set is Fallen Soldier. I thought that said Fallen Soldier, but Fallen Soldier, which is forward 4-4. Another knockback move. Is that good? Maybe if you want to reset the neutral. Can you get back in? He's up by the time you get there. But maybe it's good to make people, if they're blocking too much, you're doing all of those things and you can't get in, but you can get in quick with that. Look how fast that startup is. You can get in quick with that by punishing him trying to attack you. That is probably your best bet. But as I said, it's not really that good because it doesn't allow you to then continue. It just resets both of you to be able to then decide who wants to fight each other first. Let's look at her best moves to have included in your first sort of run through with Jacqui, and have to remember. So you only really want to remember 3 or 4 moves when you're first learning a character to see how well they work. So let's choose them. Okay, so the moves I choose are Total Overload, which is back 3, 4. This is so hard for me. Just because it's a low knockdown attack. So if you can get in, does it reset neutral? Yeah, you can then, yes. That is good if you want to reset everything. Your opponent's being a prick and he's just blocking all of your highs and mids. Cool, you're that close. Do that, get in. Now you can, you know, continue what you need to do with that. So Total Overload is good to allow you to then get into a 50-50 situation to then start your mix-ups. Going ballistic, forward AX. I chose that because it's one of the moves that you need to continue your pressure. And it's a low, not a low, sorry, it's a fast start up, and it's got good spacing. So sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. Yes, it allows you to continue your pressure after, and it's good on block as well. Jeez. No, it's not. I did a move in between. Ignore that. Anyway, I also chose all for one because it continues it and it also pushes the person in the corner, and it is an extension of the last attack. So yes, it's wait. Wow. Okay, maybe you can continue after that. Maybe not. Wait. I don't know why she stands there after. You can't really do anything after that, so I think it's just waiting for you to extend it and go into Justice for All, which is also one of the ones I marked for you to learn, which is good. It as I said, it's not good if you are not trying to create space. It's also good. Let's see the damage. Good damage. I think that's the benefit of it all. The damage. Maybe it's a good combo ender, or a good pressure ender if you really just want to close it out and make sure someone's in the corner. Yeah, I think that's the only benefit. Now your main pressuring strings are going to be XXY, forward XY, YYB, but that's not really that great unless you want them to be in the corner. So I was meant to say YY. That's another pressure string. Yeah, and YYB, obviously if you want to push them in the corner. Sorry. So that is a look at Jacqui's combos. Learn those ones at first and then start learning the other ones to then incorporate into your mix-up game. Those should be your great mix-ups. As I said, you want to do these, do that a lot. Oops, okay, sorry Jax, I'm sorry. Sorry, you want to do that a lot. If they keep blocking those two strings, then you want to do total overload, mix between back 3-2 and back 3-4 to then knock them out of the fact that they feel like they can block all of your high strings and mid strings. Okay, so yes, if they're blocking too much of your highs and mids, you want to do total overload, and then you just incorporate all of them. Yeah, so I hope that look at Jacqui beginner guides wasn't too confusing. Just look at those, go online, play casual matches, go and see if those work. I will try it as well. If it works for me, you'll see the matches online. Even if it don't work, I'll let you know. So that is her combos. Make sure you subscribe for more, because we're about to look at her specials after this and see how they are beneficial and maybe good to continue pressure, because yes, she needs that pressure other than the YY, sorry, the 1-1-2 and the forward 1-2. So yes, we'll see that on the next video. See you in a bit. If you enjoy my content, please follow me on Twitter, where you'll see all my little clips of, you know, me dominating online, me doing funny stuff, me battling with rage quitters and stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure you follow me there. My Twitter is @GRANDE. But until next time, peeps, I am going to say bye bye.